about Zoom. So they will see the Zoom from my YouTube now, right?
You join with another device.
No, I'm the only one
Other people here, small bala.
Yes, the Zoom setting was allowing people in automatically.
Oh,
So, but they have changed it now. So they have to others coming will have to be in the waiting room.
have you
I've told the person.
the person have reset?
Yes,
Can you make one of us host?
he's making me host.
Okay. Can I remove them? Put to waiting room.
No, we have to tell them first.
That you want to do that?
Yes,
Okay.
when we start.
You are even an host already.
Yes. So when you start, we'll tell them. Let me see what's shown on the YouTube. Okay.
So that is-
Okay. Okay, it's fine. Okay, thank you. Is she online now?
It's online. Just refresh. Yes, you can record to your
Okay.
system so we can edit.
Okay,
into
later.
snippet.
Okay. Is Oni online? Amos, please come. Okay, I was looking for to see people in the waiting room. Okay, I've seen. Tony, are you the note taker? Tony, there's Anthony's Phantom.
You agree to? Yes.
But Oni is not here. She should start this session.
Yes.
Hide. No man.
Okay, you admitted me.
Yes. She should start the session now. It's 10 o'clock. Who is that person? See the way she's walking.
Make me
Go and tell her it is already 10 o'clock. She needs to start. Which one? Okay. Azizat, keep your eyes on the YouTube. Oh. Barawoni, we are waiting for you. Which link? Ah, wow. You're asking for a link now. Please, somebody should share the link with that. Uncle Dele, please tell the participant that we'll start in 10 minutes through chat. Barawoni, you're wasting our time. Amos, please come. Who allowed all these people in? Why? Did I ask you to, Tony? Break the Zoom spotlight so that they can see.
Your own
Yes, my one.
is already spotlight. That's right.
No, they are seeing everything on that's scattered on the screen now. They're seeing the OBS studio and everything.
No, you have to pick what you want. You've not picked a program apart from OBS.
I want to show this the Zoom screen. Zoom. My Zoom screen, that's what I want. Did they drop the message? Okay. So that when people start sharing screen, I can project that.
Zoom.
Okay. So that means you have to move the OBS studio from the second screen. Allow only the zoom to be there. So move away this other screen.
Okay.
That's OBS one. This one. Why is it showing mirror of this?
Because it is Zoom.
Why is that so?
Yes. If you go and check it on another device, it will show it's correct.
Hmm? Myself?
You mute.
I should mute myself.
Okay.
I'm muted now.
No.
Really? Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, sorry.
No, no. That will be fine.
Try YouTube. Okay. Why not just disable the sound first? Okay, yeah, the speaker. Just this is a speaker. This one. Yes. Yeah, put off.
Yes, yes. Video. Okay. Good morning, everyone. We are excited to be here today, and this cybersecurity training that is showcasing AI painters is proudly brought to us by its African Center of Excellence, OAU ICT Knowledge Driven, um, in conjunction with Cyberscaler Research Lab. Today we are going to simulate penetration testing with artificial intelligence. So you are encouraged to fasten your seatbelts as the learning process takes place. You have the opportunity to learn from experts, and we want you to be ready to enhance your skill and as well challenge your knowledge in cybersecurity and penetration testing. Permit me to show you um, the organizers of this training. The program is proudly brought to you by Africa Center of Excellence, OAU ICT Driven Knowledge, OPAC, and the Cyberscape Research Lab in OAU. We have a few upcoming events. That is the Hacker Fiesta 2025, and we are targeting a number of people to attend this program. We are looking at pen testers, ethical hackers, cybersecurity newbies, script kiddies, and also cyber interns and mentees. We also look forward to cybersecurity enthusiasts. So if you fall into any of this category, we will want to have you at this program that is coming up. And the program is coming up on 24th to 28th of March 2025. So please get ready to learn. The program today has a lot of advantages to offer us. A number of this advantage has to do with a comprehensive skill set, a hands-on experience. You also stand the advantages of having industry recognition, career advancement, then increased potentials for earning, as well as enhanced job prospects. You also have opportunity of mentorship, and you have access to proprietary resources. Then there's going to be support for you to stay ahead of the field. So please take advantage of all this opportunity. Also, announcement before we start, there's going to be attendance, and this attendance will be taken at the beginning and at the end of this training. So please stay glued to your system. Also, participants are expected to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please, if you have not subscribed, so please subscribe to our channel so that you'll be able to have questions and you're able to drop comments. So this is very, very important. Also, participants will be given genuine hands-on challenges, which will be randomly selected. You'll be randomly selected and added to live interactions and questions. So, and this is a function of how committed and how serious you are to this program. Also, if there is any unresolved issues or challenges, this is going to be addressed on a one-on-one basis during the mentorship period of 3 months. Then the juicy part of it is that there's going to be certification for participants. And for this certification, it is going to be issued by the World Bank Africa Center of Excellence, OAU ICT Driven Knowledge Park. You also stand a chance of this certificate has a lot of advantages to add to us. Number one, the certificate is worldly recognized and you can easily list it in your CV. You can as well get a reference letter from us, and there's opportunity for mentorship. And if there's any clarification you will need in the course of this study or after the training, you are permitted to do so. So you can see that there are a lot of advantages to gain as you attend this conference. Thank you very much. I will hand you over to the next person.
Thank you very much.
Unmute Oladipo. Unmute.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Oni, for that introduction. Welcome once again to AI for Pen Tests program this morning. Please, all our participants are going to be removed from Zoom now, and you should try and log in on
That didn't
YouTube
happen there.
for proper
I'm
updates
not sure
from the
that
program.
both of
So everybody will be removed from Zoom. All participants will be removed. If you need to be added back on Zoom, you'll be added back to the Zoom. So please try and log in on YouTube through the link that was sent previously. Thank you. So I'm going to be talking on AI for cybersecurity, which is artificial intelligence for cybersecurity, especially penetration testing. I'm going to be sharing my screen for proper use of the system. So I'm going to be talking about penetration testing, artificial intelligence, and tools for penetration testing, and the benefit of penetration testing, and the benefit of artificial intelligence penetration testing. Please, can you open my screen?
we can see your screen, please go ahead.
My screen. Okay, thank you. Penetration testing is also as pen test or ethical hacking, where we try to hack our simulated and cyber attack against the computer.
Muted him.
Unmute. Is muted. Okay. Sorry for that, bro. Penetration testing is also known as pen testing. I'm continuing from where I stopped earlier, or ethical hacking, which is a simulated cyber attack against a computer system or web application to access security vulnerabilities. The major goal of pen test is to identify weaknesses and to provide recommendations for remediation before malicious attackers can eventually exploit them. We can always try to test our system or web applications before attackers have an insight into what is going on. We always try to test the penetration access of systems or our networks so as to ensure some security weaknesses are identified. The attackers can no longer be able to attack our systems. Penetration testing is a very important part of ethical hacking, which allows us to know what happening in systems to prevent attack from this type of system. So artificial intelligence helps with penetration testing. We all know AI refers to development of computer systems that can work on their own, which has unique intelligence. AI can be used for penetration testing through different means. We have AI tools can quickly gather information about networks and applications. That means our AI tools gather information about this type of networks. Then they present them to us. We're able to know what's actually going on our network. We know the network, the IP, everything that's happening on our network. So AI is a very powerful tool to use in penetration testing. It also helps to identify vulnerabilities. Machine learning algorithm can analyze this data and prevent potential threats. But our AI helps to identify these vulnerabilities easily after a series of learning which they must have gone through. So they help to identify vulnerabilities from this kind of systems or networks easily, and we can be able to adjust or beef up our security. It also helps to optimize exploitation. AI can help penetration testers to optimize exploitation techniques. That means we gather more techniques to optimize defense on this kind of networks. Just like we have our intrusion detection networks, AI can also help to optimize these exploration techniques to make sure these techniques are fully understood and are fully taken advantage of on our systems. It improves reporting. AI can help to improve our reporting, the way we report all these network network findings. So AI helps to report these findings easily so that we can be able to gather intelligence for in case of future use. So next time we won't start to gather more intelligence. We have intelligence bank. So AI helps to gather intelligence and works with more intelligence for further use. There are some tools for AI for penetration testing by our from AI, which is artificial intelligence. We have our Nmap, Bob Suits, Core Impact, and Metasploit, which some of them should have been installed earlier, as sent from the link which was shared to us from the Gmail. So we have some of these tools already installed. I think some of them are supposed to be on our systems for proper use this morning. We have some benefits of AI in penetration testing, which is pen tests. As I mentioned earlier, it increases efficiency. So tasks and routines that are needed to be done during penetration testing are more efficient when we use AI. That means our in artificial intelligence enables us to have more efficiency, which means we reduce the time, we have more hands on deck, then we have more value for our testing. The accuracy is improved. By using artificial intelligence, the accuracy of this kind of testing is improved, which means if we have some level of accuracy before, when AI comes to the game, then the accuracy skyrockets. That means it improves our accuracy. Then scalability is also enhanced. AI enables testers to handle larger, more complex testing engagements, which means AI handles a large volume of data. We can always handle large volume of data using our AI, which gives us advantage over our deep learning and machine learning models. So AI gives us advantage to be able to scale larger and have more testing environments. So I believe I've mentioned introduction to this particular testing using AI, which is the main purpose of us gathering here this morning. So I would like to invite any questions from what I've said earlier, if there's any parts of the introductory course that we might need to talk about before we go into the hands-on experience, which is going to come up very shortly. So thank you for that. So I'll hand over
Okay.
to my co-moderator if there's anything she wants to chip in very quickly.
Thank you very much, Bamidele, for that discussion.
We'll go to the next agenda. Thank you very much. Going on to the next agenda, which is our hands-on session, which is the main reason why we are here. We are going to be having a time with Dr. John, which is going to be handling the session in the next couple of hours. So please let's pay attention to what is going to be discussed and the tools we are going to be using, which I believe must have been installed on our various systems from the link sent to us from our mail. So we are going to be having the hands-on session very shortly now. Please make sure you have your system ready and the tools for this session should be already installed. If you don't have the tools, please go back to your mail and kindly do the needful before the next presenter, which is Dr. John, comes up to start this session fully. I promise it's going to be an entertaining and a refreshing session, which we all learn and we are able to gain one or two experiences from this session. So thank you, sir. Over to my trainer.
Start with this. Hello everyone, can you hear me please? I need the feedback. Viewers on YouTube, viewers on Zoom. Can you all hear me? I'm waiting for a feedback, please. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah.
Okay, can you also see my screen?
We can hear you, Doc. No, continue, sir.
Okay, please, I'm trying to share my screen. Can you see my screen now? Okay, everyone, good morning. Welcome to the AI tool for pen testing. We're going to run this morning. I have a number of simulations to show to us, but because of time, we'll see how much we can run and how much we can cover. This morning, I have a number of persons that have joined within and outside the continent. So I welcome all of you, those of you on Zoom and those of you on YouTube. We had initially wanted to kick everyone out of the Zoom room, so you go join from YouTube, but we felt, okay, if you had joined earlier, we just let it be. So we are keeping our eyes on YouTube in case you have any issue. So we're going to respond to you in real time. So I'll just go straight to the hands-on. So this is just a little about me. Let me minimize this. So I have a background in process control, industrial automation, and also cybersecurity and computing. My PhD in the computer science focused on industrial cybersecurity. I am a certified ethical hacker and also a budding digital forensics investigator. So I've done a number of projects, and I'm also training people on several projects. Here at the World Bank Africa Center of Excellence, I am the team lead for Cybersecurity Research Lab. I'm also a research fellow and scholar of the Digital Science and Technology Network in France. And in 2021, I became a young researcher, young researcher and alumnus of the Hildebert Laureate Foundation in Germany. So, and I'm also the research fellow mentor at the African Science Entrepreneurship Program in South Africa. I mentor many of you who are from Nigeria will have been aware of the ongoing 3 million technical talent project in Nigeria. So I'm a mentor for the cybersecurity scheme and also a lead cybersecurity mentor and facilitator with the Ibadan Digital Academy in Oyo State, Nigeria. I mentor and also train software developers at the Smart City Software Camp in Nigeria. I also have mentees in the Global Mentorship Initiative. I work as an African entrepreneurship consultant for the Study Abroad Research Institute in Japan. So these are a few things about me. There are many more which I don't want to share today. So for this session, I've just done an intro. So this is the workflow. I'll show you the tools of trade we're going to use, which I suppose some of you will have gotten them set up on your system. And if you have not done so, no trouble. This session is recorded, so you get to watch this recording afterwards. So go through, and if you have any issue and we are not able to resolve today, we are very certain that during the course of the mentorship program, we'll answer all questions to make sure that whatever thing we teach today, you'll be able to implement them afterwards. Then I'll show you the lab architecture, the setup of the lab, and then the download center, and then we'll now perform the pen test proper. So for the tools of trade, these are some of the tools we are using this morning. We're using Kali Linux. Kali Linux is a distro of Ubuntu system. So we're going to use that for pen testing. It will be the pen tester's machine. And then we're using OpenAI. Many of us, if not all of us, are familiar with the ChatGPT, OpenAI. So the AI platform we are using is OpenAI. And then for vulnerable machines, we have two vulnerable machines. We have a Metasploitable tool and we have Dark PC. So anyone you can have ready for you is fine. The exploitable is about 2 gig or so less, and then Dark PC is about 5 gig or so. So anyone you have ready is good for us to use. Then of course, if you have access to internet, which I know that you can hear me right now, means that you are on the internet. And then of course, we are using the VirtualBox as the virtualization environment for the two software for our experiment. So this is the architecture of the lab. So we should have access to an internet, which is the mask you see outside the network. And then you should have a router. Okay, a router, for those who have not seen a router, I don't know if you can see my screen, this is a router, something like this. So it grants you access to the internet outside. If you don't have a router, then you should have a MiFi. A MiFi is something like this that has a slot for your SIM card. So if you don't have the MiFi, then your phone will do that for you. So we expect that you have access to your phone, so your phone should be able to connect to the internet. So that's one device we're having. And then, of course, as a network device, your router or your MiFi, your phone should have a network IP address, yeah. And then we have the pen tester's machine, which is the Kali that I just showed you, which is also on the network. Then we have the target machine. We have target machines. We have Metasploitable, which you should have set up. If you don't have, we should have to do that. Then we have the Dark PC. And then, of course, you may have other systems like Ubuntu system or other stuff you may have on your network. So this is the architecture of the network you're going to use, which you should build. Now, there is an assumption up there. The assumption is that the pen tester is already in the corporate network. So as a pen tester, you would have been given the license or permission to gain access into the network. There are cases where the owner of the network doesn't give you access. We call that one external pen testing. So what we're about to do now is internal pen testing, where the pen tester is already in the network and has access to do whatever thing that is expected of the person to do. Now, let me say here that the goal of a pen testing, like Bamidele said, is to explore weaknesses that can be exploited in order to recommend for fixes. Now, so what we're doing today is for educational purposes. We don't expect you to go and then perform pen testing on a network that you don't have access to, or you don't have the rights or the permission to do so. If it is unethical for you to do so. So if you want to learn testing, of course, you have to set up your own network, your own lab, and then perform whatever thing you want to perform. So this is the lab, the setup of the lab. My host PC is Windows 10, which is 64 bits. So I don't know what your host PC is. Now, your host PC is the laptop you're using right now. We call it the host PC. So on your host PC, you're going to have an Oracle VirtualBox installed. So when you have your VirtualBox installed on your host PC, then you can then install your virtual machines. So for this setup, I have 4 virtual machines, but I think I'll be using 2. I'll be using Kali Linux and either Dark PC or Metasploitable. So you can have as many as you want. So that's the setup. So for Download Center, you have gotten this through email. So I will go through the link in case you've not been able to access that. We'll go through the links and see and show you what you should see, because some people were asking that the applications were not installing, they were not able to download those stuff. So I'm going to explain what you should see for you. And then this is a procedure, test procedure. First of all, in pen testing, we need to perform reconnaissance. Reconnaissance is a military term where you have to explore the territory of the targets to gather information about the targets, to know where the target is living, the kind of food the target eats, or stuff like that. But in pen testing, in reconnaissance, you want to know the kind of devices that the target is using. You want to know the kind of operating systems, the version of services that are running, the ports that are available, the ports that are open, the ones that are closed, the ones that are filtered, the ones that are unfiltered, and several stuff. So then you perform a vulnerability scan to see which of those services are porous, are weak for us to break. And then, of course, you gain access into the system. And then when you gain access, you maintain your access. For you to do some cool stuff, you need to escalate privilege. And when you perform your exploits, achieve your goal, and then you can cover up your tracks, and then you're done. Okay, so we'll go through these procedures and see how much we can go. So let me, before we move into the hands-on, does anybody have any questions so far on the tools? Were you able to set up the tools? So I want to take questions now before we bring up the tools. Anyone on, please check YouTube. Is there any question there? On Zoom? Any on Zoom? Okay, so I can go ahead and bring up my VirtualBox. So this is the script I'm going to follow. I've loaded the steps we're going to follow here to help us. I will share this script with us after this session. So you follow me, and then we'll see how much of this we can do together. So this is my VirtualBox. Yes. Can you see my screen? Okay, there's a question. Okay, the person is asking what Metasploitable is used for. Metasploitable is a vulnerable machine. Is an Ubuntu server that is intentionally vulnerable, that is weak for us to do pen testing. So if you're able to break into Metasploitable, it means that it might be able to exploit other real life systems. And like I said before, that it is unethical, it is illegal for you to perform pen testing on systems that you do not own, on systems you don't have the right to do the test on. So for you to do the test legally, you can do that on Metasploitable. As the name suggests, it's exploitable. We can actually exploit the system. I hope that answers your question. Okay, so we can move on, right? Okay, so the first step here, now I've broken this training into parts. I think there are 5 parts. Yes, so the first part is about preparing the environment. And in preparing the environment, there are 3 things we need to do. There are 3 things we need to do. Okay, since you're not seeing my screen again. Entire system. Host. Yes. Sorry, please try to see, try to repeat the screen for you to see. Host. Okay, is it Metasploit? He asked, or Metasploitable? What's the question, please?
The question initially is what is Metasploit used for? Somebody now commented that I thought Metasploit is different. Metasploit is different from Metasploiting.
Oh, okay, that's true. I thought it was a Metasploitable, the person asked of. Okay, Metasploit is a tool. Metasploit is a tool, it's a framework for pen testing, or for pen testing. Metasploitable is a machine. Please, you can type it for the person. Well, I try to set my screen to show. That's okay. Please, can you see my screen now? Not showing on YouTube. Okay, let's see what. But can you see on Zoom? Okay, let's see. Is it on YouTube now?
Yes.
Not yet.
It's there.
Please confirm if you can see on YouTube before I proceed. It's showing. Is it showing now?
Yes.
Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, so like I was saying, the hands-on session is broken into 5 parts. So in part 1, I'll show you how to prepare the environment. In part 2, I'll show you how to create the pen tester's machine. In part 3, we are going to build the AI lab. And then in part 4, we're going to do, part 4 has A and B. We're going to set up the target machine. And then part 5, we're going to do the pen test. So let's go with part 1. So in part 1, there was a video that was sent to you on how to enable virtualization, which is the first thing you do in part 1. That's the first step. So because I don't have to reboot the system so that we don't all go offline. So the first thing to do is you reboot your computer. So when you can reboot your computer, while the system is booting, when it goes blank, you press your either F1 key or F2 or F10. Okay, so it will take you to the BIOS setup. It will take you to the BIOS setup. So once it takes you to BIOS setup, then you can navigate to, you can see advanced or security, depending on the architecture of your system or the brand you're using. If you don't see it under advanced or security, you might see it under settings. So what you now need to do is to look for virtualization technology, or they can call it VTX. Some call it VTX, some call it Hyper-V. So you're going to toggle it either on or enabled if it is not on or enabled by default. So once that is done, save changes and then exit. So that is going to set your VTX technology on for you. If you don't have it running, you might not be able to run virtual machines effectively on your computer. And then the second thing we expected it to do, which we sent to you through mail, was for you to download and install Oracle VirtualBox. So now this is the link for Oracle VirtualBox. So when you click on this link, you can see the ones that applies to your operating system. Okay, so you see either Windows or Mac OS or stuff like that. You can just go ahead and download. Just double click and then follow the next and then you install till you finish. Now it's as simple as you just double click on installing application on your Windows PC. Then in step 3, we expected it to download and install Extension Pack, which is going to extend the functionalities of Oracle VirtualBox. So you just, of course, when you're done with step 2 here, you're supposed to close the VirtualBox. When you're doing step 3, once you click on finish, it's going to invoke VirtualBox again, meaning that the Extension Pack is live. Okay, so that's for part 1, which I'm not going to do now. I already gave you something to show you that. Then in part 2, to create virtual machine, Now, like I said earlier, the virtual machine we're using is Kali Linux, which is the pen tester's machine. And then there are several um, extensions that are available for you to use. But the common ones are .ova and .ioso. And I did say to you that it's important for you to get .ova. So when you click on Kali link, this website is going to take you to where to download it. And once you download your OVA, and then it will be ready for you to install. These are the steps to install. So let me bring up my virtual box is here. Let me minimize this. I just reduce it. Keep it one side. Okay. I hope you can see my screen, please. Okay, so for step 2 now, to create your pen tester's machine, your virtual machine. So when you have downloaded your Kali and then you have it dumped somewhere, either on your desktop or your downloads folder. So the next thing you do is come to your virtual box. This is my virtual box, and then go to you can go to settings or just click here. You can see import here, or just go to file. Okay, let's go to file and then click on import appliance. And then there is a yellow logo here that represents a folder. Click here. And then navigate to where you have your downloaded file. For mine, it's on desktop. I think so. I have mine on CyberGoods. Let's see. Virtual machines. So see mine here. Kali Linux 2022. So click on it and then open it. So once you click on open it, and then it will begin to give you the just finish. Agree. And then it will start importing. So you can see mine is importing here. So the importation will move from 0% to 100. So once this import is ready, your machine will be live here for you to use. So I'm going to cancel this importation because I already have it running. So yours will finish. So now the next thing is, that is for step 1. This is the step 1 of part 2. Then in step 2, we are supposed to set your network adapter to bridged. Not showing on YouTube. Not showing on Zoom. Okay, can I continue? Okay, please watch if there are questions. Okay, so in step 1 of part 2, we have set up our virtual machine. So the next thing is for us to configure the network adapter. Now, I have a complete video that teaches you the different configurations of network and virtual machines. So you can check my channel to see what each of them implies. But for this training, we are using bridged adapter. So to set your network adapter to bridged, this is my Kali. So I select my Kali machine. I go to settings. So from settings, I navigate to network. Then I come to where you have adapter 1. You can see the different modes here. Now I have a video that explains each of these modes, what they mean, what they imply. Then just select these changes to bridged. And then of course, let your network card be shown and then OK it. So I've already selected, okay, let me just OK this. So that is what you do in step 2 of part 2. So in step 3 is for you to start the machine. So on top here, you see my own show. My own is showing show here because my machine is already running. If your own has not started, it will be start here. For instance, this CSI Linux, if I click on it, you can see start is active. But since I'm using Kali Linux, it's already running. So I'm just going to click on show. So it comes up. Let me bring it up here. So it's here. Let me increase this a little more. So this will be the pen tester's machine. This is my Kali Linux. Yeah, so in step 4, we're just going to log in and the password and username are the same. Kali. So let's go. Kali. So I wait for it to be ready for me to move in. So you can see that my Kali is, I've been able to log into my Kali. So that's what you do in step 2. So in this part 2, it means that we've set up the pen tester's machine. So we're going to be doing the pen testing from this machine, this Kali. Then moving on to part 3. In part 3, we're going to build the AI lab. And the AI lab we're going to build will be on pen tester's machine. So I've listed a number of steps here. The first step is for you to search on Google for Shell GPT. So I'll open Google on my Kali machine. So I'm going to type Shell GPT. Shell. If I'm too fast, please let me know. Is there a question? Any on Zoom? Okay, so when you type Shell GPT on Google, the first link that comes up, this one is DRID Shell. This is the one you're going to use. Just click on this. So you can see that Shell GPT is a command line productivity tool powered by AI large language models like GPT-4. It will help you to accomplish your tasks faster and more efficiently. It was said earlier this morning the goal of AI in pen testing. So it helps to automate your task. Now, reading further on this GitHub account, you can see here that the command line tool offers streamlined generation of shell commands, code snippets, and documentation, eliminating the need for external resources like Google Search. It supports Linux, macOS, Windows, and compatible with all major shells like PowerShell, CMD, Bash, and the rest of them. So you see the beautiful thing about Shell GPT, which we are going to use to do the experiments. Okay. I'm going to slow down a little. Okay, so that is what we've done here for step 1 of part 3. Just checking up, doing something about Shell GPT, nothing much, because we're using Shell GPT for the experiments. That's the AI model we're going to use. And then in step, okay, I've also done, that is, in step 2 is the same thing as step 1. Is that you type Shell GPT on Google, or you visit this link, which is the link that is active on my Kali now. Then in step 3, we're going to perform updates and upgrade to upgrade packages on your Kali machine. So what we're going to do is, let me minimize this. On your Kali machine, go up here, you see a blackboard. Click on this arrow that points down, and then you see root terminal emulator and shell, a PowerShell. So let me click on root terminal. It's going to ask for my password. The password is Kali. So it should bring up a terminal. So this is my Kali terminal. So I'm going to be issuing commands from here. And the first command is the wget command. This might be long for you to type. Let me drop this for you. Where do I drop this for you now? That'll be easier for you to pick. On Zoom. Okay, let me drop it on Zoom. Then admin, please pick it and drop it on YouTube. Would that be fine? Admin, I can't hear you. Okay, the link's on YouTube. Is that? No, I've dropped a link on Zoom. Just pick the link, a command rather. Put the command on the YouTube. Okay, so I've dropped so that's the command. The first command I'm going to drop on Kali Linux on the terminal. So I'm going to right click and paste selection. So the command is there. Paste this and then run. Okay, so you can see that it says okay. So it's good to go. Now, before I continue, there's a question here. The person is asking, is there a specific aspect of cybersecurity that software developers need to focus on, or the broad knowledge of it is needed? Okay, okay. Yeah, first of all, the broad knowledge of cybersecurity is needed. And then for specific things you need to know in software development or software engineering, you need to know pen testing. That is what we call a code testing, okay, or what we call quality assurance of your code, so your program. So you need to know how to pen test your software before deployment, before release. You need to check your code for quality assurance. I've seen a software where the developer forgot login details on the scripts that he used to test. He commented the login details, but forgot to remove them before uploading the files. So the files went straight to the production environment. Okay, I'm too fast. Okay, did you get the question, please? Okay, let me repeat the question. The question is there any specific aspects of cybersecurity that a software developer needs to know or needs to focus on? And I'm saying here that, first of all, the general knowledge is needed. Then specifically, a software developer needs to know how to perform pen testing on software. Okay, how to and you need to understand what we call reverse engineering in software development or in cyber security. You need to know how to do code analysis, how to do quality assurance to avoid attackers taking advantage of whatever weaknesses that might occur in the code. So I hope that answers the question, Oba. The second question is, what is your YouTube handle, please? Please answer this question. I shouldn't be the one to answer this question. Thank you. Take to them. Okay, so I'm done with the first command. The second one is for also update packages and then do upgrade. So for update, we're going to do now for Linux environments. If you don't run as root, it means you're not running as an administrator. So there's some commands you cannot issue if you don't run as root. For you to run such commands, you need to begin with sudo. Sudo is a keyword that we use to invoke administrative commands. So since I'm already running as root, I don't need sudo. So I'll just go to apt-get, apt-get update. So this is the command that's going to do update for us. So you can see it's already working and it's getting update for me. So this might take some time. If you're doing update for the first time, yours might be longer. For me, I've been doing updates. Let's see how long it's going to take me. So let's be patient. Is anyone catching up? Yes, I'm waiting for my update to be completed. So my update is already 75%. Okay, so my update is completed. So I'll move straight to upgrade. So upgrade is sudo apt get upgrade. Now there is a flag which is y. Y means yes. So if you don't put y, it means that after upgrade gets to some point, it will ask you to either say yes or no to something. But if you say that dash y, it means whenever it's going to ask a question, just say yes. So let's go. So I'm on the third command in step 3. %. Come, come, move this video from here. Blocking. So I have 4%. Is there any question? So I have 14%. Step back and watch. Step back. That's it. Please, those of you waiting in the Zoom room, they can't even hear me. They will need to go join YouTube. So I have 32%. Let's be patient. Okay, I think I can abort this process and move on to save our time. Okay, so you have to wait for your own upgrade to be your upgrade to be completed. But for me, I think I can. I've already gotten to 45, and I think I can pause so that I can move on from here. So to stop this process, I'll just do Control Z. It will suspend the process for me, so that I can move down to step 4, which is installing Python. So your Python might need you to install the binutils. Otherwise, just installing Python will go. So this command, let me drop this for you again. If I let me drop all of this command for you on okay, up to this point, for you on the Zoom, then the admin you can put it forward on YouTube, so they can just copy and paste. So I've dropped it for you on Zoom. So what I want to do now is I'm going to have to install binutils. So this is the command sudo apt-get install apt-get get install. Let me bring this down. Install, and then that's binutils. So it says could not get log a desired by process. Okay, because of the suspended process I did before. Okay, that is the initial apt-get that I did. That's why it has not gone. So once you've done this step 3 successfully, then run install your binutils in step 4. Then install Python 3, which I've already installed on my own computer for want of time. Now, once you're done with that one, then install Python 3 with pip. Just install pip on Python 3. So go ahead and run these commands and see what comes out. So I have them installed already on my computer, so I don't have to repeat it. Can I move on or wait for you? I think I can move on. Okay, so with this, once you have your Python running, then step 4 becomes easy. At step 5, what we do is to install shell GPT by running the command pip install shell -gpt. Now, this is a dash, not underscore. So you go ahead and install it. I've installed on my own machine already. There are times you might have error. The error might have to do with breaking of system packages. So you might have to run this. If you have this system package error, then run this command and it will be fine for you. So I'll give you 3 minutes to run that. Let's see if you have questions before I move on. Okay, so there is a note here. It says if pip says error in standard managed environment, then you need to run this command. Yes, this command, this other one might work for you. Now, what I'm saying here is that when you try to run pip install shell GPT, let me try to run it. If that error will come up, let me just copy the command and paste selection, and then try to, let's enter, let's see what comes out. Okay. Yeah, this is the error I talked about. Externally managed environment. So if you have this error, so what you need to do is you need to run these other commands. You need to install pipx. So pipx is going to work for you. That is to say that your pip is not taken by your environment. So if this step 5 doesn't work, then you need to run these other parts. I hope that is clear enough for us to see. Now, I tried as much as possible to put likely errors that you encounter and how to circumvent them. So once you install PipX, then it's going to install a ShareGPT for you. And then once you're done with that, then you have to set up the path by running this command, sudo pipx ensure path. This is what you're going to run to set the path of pipx for you. So with this done for you, then you go ahead. You see here, you will need to open a new terminal or relog in for the path changes to take effect. Alternatively, you can source your shell's config file with this command. So once you've installed the pipx and install your ShareGPT, then what you need to do is just go to your file on your terminal, just file, and then new terminal, and then it will open a new terminal for you. That's all. So that leads you to doing other stuff. So you can do what you now see in step 6 and 7 downward. So in step 6, we're going to assess if the ShareGPT is working fine by issuing the command ShareGPT. So let's go. Just SGPT. In Linux environments, if the command is correct, it's going to show you in green color. If it is not correct, it might be red. So once you see hello, how can I assist you today with your programming or system administration task? It means ShareGPT is working fine. In your own case, you are not likely going to have this hello because you need an API key to get it done for you. So like I put down here that when you run a command SGPT, you're likely going to have an error. An error is going to show up. So that error will show up, or there'll be a prompt that will ask you to put your OpenAI API key. So that will take me to, I'm going to take some time to explain to you what you need to do. So if you have that kind of issue, you need to generate your API key. And API keys are not free. You need to pay about $20 to buy to upgrade your OpenAI account. If you're using ShareGPT, if you're using ChatGPT, it means you already have an OpenAI account. So for you to now have advanced features, just like creating your own GPTs or running some models, you need to have the paid version of GPT. That is where the API key works. So to do that, this command has error. There should be S there. So I'm just going to copy this command. Just copy, and then open the browser here on my terminal. So I'm going to paste it here. So this is where I am. Your one might not take you straight into this account. You need to sign in. So mine is already signed in. I have some keys I've generated. So here I'll just click on create new key. So I'll now give it a name. It can be any name. Okay. When you're trying to sign up, it will ask you for an organization. Put any name as your name of organization. It doesn't require any specific name. Just put anything. But this is the name of the API key, which is optional. I can just say training day 1, and then just leave everything at default. I'm just going to create. Let me move this away. Just create secret key. So he's trying to create the API key for me. So it's created now. So this API key, I'm just going to copy, close this. So with what I've copied, which is similar to examples I've pasted here, it begins with S. So your key will start with S. So I'm going to use that key. Now, if it gives you the prompt, if on the terminal it's asking for an API key and brings up a prompt, you're just going to paste it there. Now, when you paste it, Kali is not going to reveal the key for you. You're not going to see it displayed. Just make sure you paste it by right-clicking on them, clicking on paste clipboard. That is right-click, and click on paste selection rather, or sorry, paste clipboard. It's going to paste the key for you, and then you press enter, then it's going to take. But if it throws an error or is not taken, so what you need to do is to go to this path. You see this path, this config/shell GPT. So that's so to change the directory to be cd dot, okay, the path is already shown here for me. Okay, see this approximation sign / space dot config/shell underscore GPT. This time around, what you have here is underscore. So you navigate to this path and then enter. So you're already in this path. So to check the files that are available in this path, just do ls list. It shows you the files that are available. Okay. Now, the file you're looking for is a hidden file. So you're not going to see it listed here. So what you need to do is you're going to run this other command, ls space -la. It's going to reveal the file you're looking for, because the file you're looking for is .sgptrc. Now, how do I know that this is the file that I'm looking for? If you go to that GitHub account that I displayed earlier, let's go back there, this GitHub account. Now I'm going to show you something here. Let me look for it. Okay, see it here. You see here now, you will be prompted for your key, which will then be stored in this path. So this is the file now. So this is the file I'm looking for, .sgptrc, and this is the path. So once your ShareGPT is working, it means this path is active and this script is active. So this is the script that houses your API key. So that's what I was talking about. So since we're in this path and this script is not here, to see it, you type ls space -la. So you're going to look for this. See it here. See the file here. See it here. So this is the file I'm looking for now. So it's revealed to me right now. So at this point, I can use any text editor to edit this script by adding the OpenAPI key to it. And the command for it depends on the text editor you want to use. You can use Vi, you can use Vim, you can use Nano. For this experiment, I added Nano, then the script. So that's what we're going to do. So that will be nano space dot, what's the script? sgptrc. Let's go. So this is the script now that is active for us. So I will navigate by using my down arrow key to the last line of this code. You can see the last line is open API key. You can see after the key you have equal to, equality sign. Now what follows is the key starting from SK. In your own case, this is going to be blank. You may not see anything pasted here. So what you now do is you can now right click and then paste clipboard. So the key that was copied from the OpenAI websites can be pasted here, and then, so in my own case, I don't know whether this key is still working, so I'll just leave it like this. I'm not going to paste the new one. So let me drop the new one somewhere in case I need it. Yes, let it be there. So once you paste it, to move out of this note, this text editor, you press Ctrl X to exit. So I do Ctrl X to exit. Now, when you press Ctrl X, in your own case, it's going to ask you either to save it with Y, yes, or N for no. That is to say you've made changes to the script. In my own case, I didn't make any changes. So that's why it took me back to my environment. So if you press Y, it will save the changes and now ask you to accept. You now click enter, then it will take you back to the terminal. So I'm here now. I can view if what I pasted has been taken by running cat, then the name of the script .sgptrc. So you can see the OpenAPI key is here. Okay. So that's fine. So let me clear my environment. Okay, let me wait if you have any questions before we move on. So what I've just done, I've done steps 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've done up to that. Any question on YouTube? You can talk to them and ask comments. Okay. Please, if you are not able to see the commands I'm pasting, please check the WhatsApp group. Check the WhatsApp group. You see the commands being pasted there. Check the WhatsApp group for the commands so they can experiment. Like I said, this session is recorded, so you can even if you're never able to practice now, you can watch the video again and try everything that we are doing right now. Okay, so let me continue from step. GPT is fine, like we did before, just to run SGPT, and then it should tell you, hello, how can I assist you today? If that finds it means we are good to go. So ShareGPT is good to go. It means your API key has been taken, and then you're good to use AI to do the pen testing experiment that we want to do right now. So we can run help to see if we can have some help. So let's say --help. Okay, this help will only work on SGPT. So you have to invoke SGPT space sorry, T space --help. So let's see what helps that will come our way. Okay, so we have a list of things that we can do. A list of things we can do. I'll just go through some of them. For arguments, you have prompt, and you have the prompt generates completion for you. Okay, and then for options, we have model. Model is a text-based one, and then we have temperature. We have top P. We have MD, we have editor. I'll just explain a few of them that we need to use. You have cache and the rest of them. We have share, we have interaction, description, code. Okay, this is chat option, just like you chat with your either chatbot or whatever. So you can actually chat with this to give you a response. You drop prompt and then to respond to you. Then we have row-based, we have show row, and the rest of them. So we're going to see how to use some of them to do the things we want to do. So these are commands we're going to be using. So I've added a note here that this will fail if OpenAI is not subscribed to. Only paid key works. OpenAI API key is not free. It is important. Okay, so you have to pay for it. And what we can do for you is we can generate keys for you if you want, and then you just pay us, and then we'll give you key for you to try. So if you don't have the $20 to buy, or if you don't even have the card to buy, so we can help you to generate keys for you. So just talk to us, and then we'll see what to do for you. Then we can move to part 4. In part 4, we have parts 4A and B. In part 4A, we are going to set up the target machine. This time around, the dark PC. You're going to use the dark PC. And then in B part, we're going to set up Metasploit table. Okay, so the steps for dark PC, the steps are here. Now, the dark PC that you got, that you downloaded from from Darkstar, was in is it .7z file. So you need to download 7z for it to extract that file, for you to have the OVA format of that file. So once you've done that, then the OVA can be installed the same way as we did for Kali Linux. Remember how I showed you Kali Linux? Just go to File, Import Appliances, fetch the file, and then finish, agree, and it will start importing from 0 to 100%. So that is the same format you're going to do with Dark PC. The only difference is that when you download your Dark PC, is going to be in 7z. So you need to extract it for you to see the OVA file before you use. So let me bring up that machine now. Where are you? So this is my Dark PC. So if you have yours running fine, this is what you should see. Let me minimize this. So this is what you should have is a dark PC, as the name suggests. So again, it is a vulnerable machine, just like Metasploitable. So if you're not able to set up Metasploitable, you can use dark PC. If you're not able to use dark PC, then use Metasploitable. Now, the difference is that dark PC is for Windows. In fact, it runs on Windows 7. But Metasploitable is Ubuntu server. So with Metasploitable, you'll be learning how to do pen testing on Ubuntu servers. With Dark PC, you'll be learning how to do pen testing on Windows operating systems. So that's the difference. Nothing really much, apart from some other things that are added. Okay, so now that you are here on this machine, you notice that when you click your cursor on this machine, it's asking you to capture screen. When you click on capture screen, you cannot move out of this screen. It has captured you. You can't move your cursor out. Your mouse cannot leave this environment. For you to leave here, just press Control on your keyboard. Control key will take you out, so you are free to move now. So with this machine set up, you have to set your network adapter to bridge the gain like we did for Kali. So you can go to devices, network settings, and then let's wait a bit. Yeah, it brings up this dialog box. So under adapter 1, just select bridge here, and then OK it, and then you are good to go. You're good to go. So the next thing is for us to try to check the IP address. Oh, we forgot to check the IP address of Kali. Okay, we'll go back and do that. Not a problem. So to check the IP address of a Windows machine, you use ipconfig/all, which I've listed here. So I go to CMD. Let me type CMD. So I type ipconfig /all. Yes, so I'm interested in IPv4. Can see IPv4 here. Okay, let me highlight this and click yes, mark. So I'll go to IPv4. So I'm interested in this guy. IPv4 address, which is 192.168.81.203 preferred. So I'm going to write it down somewhere. Let me come here. Here I say target IP. So it is 192 because I will need it 192.168. What's that? 81.203. So I will need it later. So that's what I need to do at that point. So let me now minimize this. I think at this point, let me get the IP address of Kali. I think it will be helpful for me. So on my command prompt, let me just come here, new tab, and then just type, for Linux it is IF, not IP, ifconfig. Let's see my IP address. Okay, so it's in the same class, 213. So I come here, I type pen testers, say pen tester IP is 192.168.81.213. Okay, so those are the two IP addresses I need at this point. Those are two machines I want to talk to. So with that, we are done with part 4A. Then for part, let me hold on, please. Are there questions? Please check. Questions on YouTube? Comments? Okay, please. In case you are not on the WhatsApp group, please join. Whether you are on YouTube or you are on Zoom, please join the WhatsApp group so they can drop direct questions. We are not able to get you anywhere else. Join right now and then drop your questions there. The comments are being dropped there so they can pick them up. Okay, so can I move on, please? Let's get feedback from YouTube. Can I move on? From YouTube, any response? How about Zoom? Are they seeing my screen? So I can move on? Okay, so let's look at the B parts of part 4, which is setting up, again, the target machine this time around, Metasploitable 2. So now this is the link for you to get your Metasploitable. The Metasploitable you are getting will not be .v. I think it will be .vmdk. Okay, that's virtual box disk image, virtual disk image. So it's not going to be .ova. So when you download it from this link, which was shared to you, you just have to extract it to your machine. That's your host PC, and then you can set it up on your VM. So to set this one up, I'm going to show you how to do this. That's for step 2 of this, because the process for doing this is different from the process of setting up a VM. So let me get my virtual machine up. Virtual machine, where are you? Okay, so this is my virtual machine. Sorry, my virtual box. So what you do is to bring up, I already have one running, but for you, just go to new. So you have give your machine a name. Let me call mine Meta 2, and then it is Linux 64 bits, and then go to hardware, and then 2 gig RAM is fine. Processor speed, processor 1 core 1 is fine. Just leave that at default. Then go to a hard disk. Then from hard disk, you see where you have use an existing virtual hard disk file. That is where you're going to click. So you click here, and then you now click on this yellow button. It will take you down into your computer. Okay, you will see something like this hard disk selector. So click on add. So when you click on add, then navigate to where you instructed your file to. So I think mine is on desktop, server goods, VMs, and yeah, this is my own. So the one I'm picking is this one. This is a VM disk format. That's virtual machine disk format, VMDF. So that's a format. Just click on this, open it, and then choose, and then finish. So it will start. Now the machine is here for me. You can see the machine is live here. It's pretty easy. So the next thing I do is to start. So that's the process. But for me, I already have one instance running here, so I can just show, bring it up. So when I bring it up, this is what I have. When your machine has finished setting up, this is what you should see. Let me maximize this. Yeah, this is what you should see. So now the password and the username is msfadmin. That is Metasploit Framework admin. That's the username. The same thing applies to password admin. So msfadmin. So in Linux, like I said earlier, when you type password or secret keys, they will not be revealed. So you can see that mine was wrong. So let me type again, msfadmin. msfadmin. Okay, so I'm in now. So let me see I can begin to run some stuffs now. I can create a folder on this system by using the command make dir space, then the name of the folder. Let me say folder 1. It creates a folder for me. So I can do ls. ls is to list. So you can see my folder is listed here, folder 1. So if I want to move into the folder, I can do CD, that's change directory, then the name of the folder, folder 1. I'm inside the folder 1 now. I do ls list. There's nothing there. I can create a document inside that folder using touch command. So I can do touch space say doc1 dot the format of the file. If it is Word document or Excel sheet or PowerPoint, I can just do maybe txt doc1.txt. That's the format, and then it goes. So I can do ls. So I can see the doc1.txt inside the directory. So I'm working from the Ubuntu server right now. As you're doing this, as a user is doing this, an attacker can also do this from a remote system, which is the goal of this training. So that's that about Metasploitable. So I think I can let me minimize this and go back to the script. Let me bring this down. So we've done what we've done. We've done in fact we've done everything here. Yes, we have set up the machine. We have configured the adapter. We have started the machine. We've logged in using MS admin, and then okay, we've not checked the IP address with this. So we did this now. We've done we've made a directory. We've made a file. So I'm going to check the IP address of that machine. Okay. So any question? Do I have any question, please? Anyone on the WhatsApp? Okay, so I can okay. So let me check the IP address of this Metasploitable. So that's just if config. Okay, so the IP is 175. That is where you have it is 0 inet address. So you can see here it is 0 inet address 192.168.81.175. So that's it. So I'm going to note it down here. Where is that place? Okay, let me put this one for in bracket dark PC. Then I have another target machine, target IP 192.168.81.1. Forgotten that number. Just confirm. Okay, 175. Okay, 175. So this is meta. That's the meta IP. Sorry. Okay, so let's scroll down. So we are done with step 4 now. Now the main thing is the part 5, which is we're going to spend much of the time doing exploits now, doing pen testing as a pen tester using AI on any of the machines that we want to try to explore. So let me clear the screen by just running clear. Again, let me ask, because I'm going to take some time here. Is anybody able to catch up? Can I keep going? I should keep going. Okay, so in part 5, which is performing pen tests using AI and the pen tester machine, the first step is for us to check the IP address of the default gateway of the targets. So if you are using dark PC, the IP address for dark PC was what? 192.168.81.203. So the default gateway should be .1. Okay, so so that means here that I'm going to say here that the default gateway is 81.1 here. Okay, what's that? No. So .1 here, .1. because we need it. That the same thing will apply to Metasploiting because they're all connecting from the same gateway. Okay. And then, so that we're supposed to do in step 1. So we don't have any issue there. And then in step 2, we're going to perform reconnaissance. Reconnaissance, like I said, is the first step, gathering information about the target. So I've written some commands here, some prompts that you can just copy and paste and use. Will you want me to paste them for you to pick? Okay, let me just copy and paste for you to save you the time you use in typing. So let me drop this on Zoom and then you can pick it up and drop on WhatsApp. Where's the Zoom? Zoom chats. Let's drop this. Okay, just pick it up to WhatsApp, please, and I'll explain when to use them. When is pasted, please let me know so that I can resume. Can I resume? Can I continue, please? Okay, so let's go straight to step 2, performing reconnaissance. This time around, we're going to scan the network to discover live hosts. So I provided 2 options here. The option 1 is to use share, and the second option is to use chat. Now, remember that when we did help with Share GPT, we saw share, we saw chat option and other options. Meanwhile, we are in the wrong route, so we need to navigate into the right directory. By doing CD, and go into this. Make sure you're always in this path before you can do any command. So let's run help again to see what is possible. SGPT help. So let's see again. Okay, so I just want to show you something again. Now, this is for this command. The first option here is share. Using share here, you can see the option here, --share and then -s. You now put the prompt you want to put. So that's option 1. Then the option 2 is the use of chat. You can see it's --chat. You now put the command you want to use. So for option 1, you just copy from where you have SGPT. Just copy all of this and then including the quotation mark. Just copy everything there. I don't want to type, so I'll just come to my terminal, right click, and then paste clipboard. Then I'm going to edit this now. So I use my my back arrow key. So I'm going to delete where you have gateway IP. I'm going to change that to the gateway IP of the target, which is 192.168.81.1/24. So I'll remove this less than sign, a bit greater than. I delete that. So this should be the command now. So I'm saying that I'm asking ShareGPT that using the shell option, okay, use nmap command to scan and discover all hosts on the live machines on this network. So what I'm putting here is a network with a subnet mask. So it will show me all the devices that are within that that network in that class CIP. So let's send this. Now when I send this, it's going to give me 3 options, either to execute, to abort, or to describe. Fine. Now this is similar as you invoking nmap with SAN flag. So if you want to describe, you press D. If you want to abort, you press E. If you want to execute, you press E. So for me, I want to execute, so I press E on my keyboard and then it's going. So it's trying to now find it's done. You see, it's very fast. So let's go down and see what is happening. So it gives nmap scan reports for this IP address, and then it's saying host is up, And then the MAC address is this for this device. And then for the next network node, the next network device has IP of 175. And then it's saying that host is up, and this is the MAC address. And then it shows for the next one 203 and all of them. Now for our target, which is dark PC, what is the IP address of the target? So we go back to the script. You can see that our target is 203 for dark PC and 175 for Metasploitable. So let's check here. 203, where are you? This 175. So this means that our Metasploitable is here and it's up. You can see it's up. Now for 203, which is here, it also shows that it is up. And it has given us the MAC address. So with the MAC address, an attacker can decide to perform a MAC flood against the device. Okay, so that's fine. So it means that ShareGPT has been able to reveal to us the devices, the live devices on that network. So the option 2, you can just copy this. The difference between the option 1 and option 2 is that option 1 uses shell only, while option 2 combines shell and scan. So you can just copy this and dump. It will still give you the same response. Now let's go to step 3. In step 3, we're going to perform vulnerability scan on the network. This time around, you want to explore what services are running on the system, on the target now. Which of the services are vulnerable? What are the versions? Okay, which ports are the services running on? Which of the ports are open? Which ones are closed? And stuff like that. So that is what you do here in step 3. So the command I've added here is using shell GPT with shell scan this target. So where you have target IP, you put the IP address of your targets, and then it will use nmap to perform the function for you. So I'll just copy this. Make sure you always carry the closing quotation mark, otherwise it will throw an error for you. Right click and paste clipboard. So I'm going to edit this. Let me move to where I have target IP. So I'm going to replace target IP with 192.168.81. Is that 81.203? And then let's go. So let's wait for a minute and see what comes up. Okay, so I'm going to it's invoking the Von script. So I'm going to say yes, execute with E. So let's see if this will take some time. Okay, just hold on for me. If you have any question, please can drop. Let's respond to them. Please ask it online so that those online can hear. Either by typing. Okay, so still waiting for the scan to take place. Oh, okay, it's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. So let's see what's up here. Let's say for the device with IP203, which is our dark PC, you can see that the host is up, and then it shows that 989 TCP ports are closed. So these are the ones that are open for us. You can see port 135 TCP open, running on the service MSROPC. We have ports 139, 445, 5357, 8000, and then they are all open for us on our target machine. And then let's see other ones. Okay, it shows that the device is vulnerable. You can see now it's vulnerable. Okay, with the ID, this is the ID. It shows that of course the state is here. It shows the CVE ID, which is shown here. The risk factor is very high for that very machine. A critical remote code execution vulnerability exists in Microsoft, so Microsoft Server. So it means that an attacker can actually have a remote code execution on the targets. All right, so you can see other links you can read stuff about that machine. So you can see that the machine we are talking about now is vulnerable. So as a pen tester, you have reports here. This gives you a level of report for you to give back to your clients. But the machine they ask you to do pen testing on is vulnerable. And then you can provide the services that are vulnerable, the port numbers that are vulnerable, and the stuff like that. And what attackers can do. It shows that attacker can remotely execute codes on the target. So now let's confirm the resources on the network by running MBT scan. Yes, so what we're going to do is, let me just right click and split this screen vertically. Yes, so I'm not going to run MBT scan. That's step 4. That's MBT scan -R. Okay, it's already listed for me. Okay. Yeah, let me make it .1, not .0, .1. So what do we have here? Let me expand this. Let me expand this a little. So what does this say? Doing MBT scan for addresses from 192 this. So it says that 175 is metasploitable. So it's confirming to us that indeed what we put here is correct. Where is it? That this guy here is 175. It's telling us the IP address and the name of the device. So it's confirming that it's correct. And then it's also saying here, what else we have? Dark PC. You can see Dark PC on 203. Okay, so MBT scan confirms to us that what ShareGPT showed to us is correct. So we are just confirming. Let's exit. Just exit here, and then goes. So we are back here. So we're done with what number was that? Let's see. Okay, that's step 4. So we can go to step 5. This time around, we're going to invoke ShareGPT to write a Metasploit resource file for us so that we can gain access to the target machine. Remember, in the procedure that showed to us, you have to perform reconnaissance and then you now have to gain access to the target machine. Now, what we want to do now is we want to see if, as a pen tester, if you can gain remote access to that machine. Remember that ShareGPT has shown to us that yes, it is possible for an attacker to gain access into the machine remotely and execute code. So we want to see if we can actually do that. We can break into the system remotely as pen testers. So what we do is we are going to run this command, just ShareGPT, write a Metasploit frame resource file to gain access into the target machine, and then put the IP address. So let's go. Yeah, I think I pasted this for you. So you just copy this. Just copy this to your terminal. Paste clipboard, and then I'm going to edit the IP address, the target IP, and I put that of the target 168.81.203. So this is where we are, and then let's go. So I send. It's going to ask him to yes. So it generates a line of commands for me, which the commands are here, and then the commands are supposed to be stored in the script called access.roc. Okay, we're going to see that later. So I don't want to execute, so I'm just going to abort A at this point, just abort it, and then take me back. So let's B. Now, so it actually generated a script for you, which is access.roc, which I've just said. So to access the script, you need this command, lsla, then grep access. So you're just going to type ls to list, and then la to review the privileges, and then you put your stroke, where's my stroke, space, and then grep is going to fetch the things in that file. Let's see. So you can see the file is here, access.roc. So the file is actually available. That's to confirm that. So to edit the file, you need to invoke your text editor. I like using Nano. Nano is easier for me to navigate. So I'm just going to say Nano space access.roc. So access.roc is the name of the script. Enter. So this is the script. Now the script is here. So the script is supposed to contain the commands that were shown to us earlier. Let me exit this again and show to us. The script is supposed to contain some of these things, if not all of them. So let's go back and check again. So that's the script. Now there are things you need to change in the script if the script doesn't contain the things you want. Now the one I pasted here have actually confirmed that everything here was fine. So we just need to compare. So I have the exploits listed on top, which is Icecast. We are targeting Icecast machine, and then set arrow host the target IP. So the target IP here should be the IP address of the target, which is 203, which is correct. And then L port, that's the local port. The port that is the port of your Pentester's machine, the Kali. So we can give it any port if you want. Oh, sorry, I jumped one. Set L host, that's the local host, the IP address of the local host, that is Kali. My Kali is, let me check. My Kali is, yes, 213, so it's correct. It's here, L host. And then we should have one. There's the L port. So you can use port 444 or 445. Any of those 3 ports, you can use them. That's correct. And then payload, Windows Metapreter, okay, reverse TCP, that's correct. And then exploit. So my script is correct. So if your one is not correct, just use this, the one I pasted here for you, and then just change the target IP, your local host IP, and then your ports, and that should be fine. So I'm going to exit this, and yes, so it's fine for me. If you want to view, cat is your friend, just use cat to view the file. Cat access.roc. Yes, can see, but everything is fine. Okay, so do you have questions so far?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take the question, please. Okay, the person is asking that you've established that the system is vulnerable. How do we take care of that? Now, it is not the job of a pen tester to fix weaknesses of the system. Your job is to establish that the system is vulnerable. Okay, so there are people like network defenders. They have the job of fixing those things by either deploying, configuring firewalls, or installing intrusion detection systems or intrusion prevention systems, or antiviral programs, or any kind of thing to prevent. Your job as a pen tester is to reveal to the clients that this system is porous, that this door is weak. So that's the goal of it. So it's not our job to fix it. And it is not even advisable for a pen tester to do the job of a network defender at the same time. You do one and let your colleague do the other one. I hope that helps you. Please start the response. What I've just said to the person on YouTube.
Okay, sir. The next question here is.
I have a question, sir.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, checking the process that has been stated
to check the vulnerabilities of the system through the Metasploit payload, Metapreter, and reverse TCP process. What's the difference between this process and that of the remote access Trojan?
Okay, remote access Trojan is actually a program that grants you entry through the backdoor, which is what reverse TCP does for you here. By creating a Metapreter session, you're able to do what RAT will do for you. That's the remote access Trojan will do for you.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
yeah. But this one is more interactive for you than just get using RAT to get access into the remote system. This Metapreter session allows you to now interact with the target system to do the things you want to do. Okay, there's a question here. This person is asking, what's the difference between penetration testing and vulnerability scanning? Whoa, how do I answer this for you? Okay, vulnerability scanning is an aspect, is a subset of pen testing. Pen testing covers vulnerability scanning, covers reporting and revealing weaknesses. So in the pen testing, you are going to do vulnerability scanning. Okay, like we did here. I think let me go back to show you. Yes, in step 2 of this part 5, what I did here, the reconnaissance I did, that is vulnerability scanning, where we had to perform network scanning to discover live hosts. Okay, but pen testing goes beyond that, goes beyond performing scanning. And the scanning can actually be either active scan or passive scan. By passive scan, you scan for weaknesses of the target system without the target system knowing, or without you engaging or interacting with the target system. But in active scan, you interact. Okay, you interact, you have a contact with the target. So those are some of the things that we do in the penetration testing. I hope this answers your question. Okay, let's see any other one that we have. For those that are asking questions on YouTube, please, you can respond. You can just type what I just said. And then later I can maybe do that by typing. Adisa, any other question? Okay, she's out. Okay, so can I move on now? Do we have more questions? Okay, so it's getting more interesting because we're getting to something you'll be longing for. You want to see. Let me scroll down. So we're done with steps 6 and 7. Yes. So yes, question. Okay, please go ahead. Yeah, I've answered that. That's a bit Adelaku. I've answered that. Okay, can I proceed? Okay, so let's look at step 8 now. We're going to fire up Metapreter, that's Metasploit framework console right now. So by running the command ms console-rs space access roc, access.roc is the resource file that contains the payload, the exploit, and the set points that we want to use. If the script is correct, then what you're going to type now is going to invoke Metapreter session for us. Otherwise, it will throw some errors. So msf console is a command, space rs space the script, which is access.roc. Okay, let's go. So let's see what happens with this. Like I said earlier, if the content of the scripts are all correct, then you shouldn't have an issue. It should take you straight into a Metapreter session. Okay, so what we're doing now, we're trying to break into the system, the target system now, the dark PC, and to take control of it. Okay, let's go. It's starting Metasploit framework. Somebody was asking me earlier the difference between Metasploit and Metasploitable. So you can see the difference now. Metasploit is a tool to break into a system. So it contains bombs, which we call exploit. It contains payloads. It contains auxiliaries. that will help us to interact with the target systems. Okay, fine. So it's fine now. We can see that it has opened the MetaPrinter session for us. Whatever command we type at this point will be taking effect on the target system. So what it means now is that we've gotten access into the remote system right now. Okay, so what do we do? I just did ls. Let's see if it reveals some things for us. Okay, let me stick to what I have here so that I don't make you to ask some questions that will throw you off. So let's get system information about the target now, since we're already in the target system. So let's run sysinfo. Sysinfo. Oh, that's correct. So can you see what has happened now? We just run sysinfo, and it shows us information about the target system. It's saying that the name of the target system is Dark PC. It's running on Windows 7 Service Pack 1. The architecture is 64 bits and a work group. Now, if you want to confirm this, let's bring up the target system. Where is the target system? Yeah, this is a guy. So let me adjust a little more. Yes. And then let me check properties of the system. Let me right click here, properties. So you can see that it's 64 bits. And the name of the computer is Dark PC. You can see the work group name is work group. Okay, so it's Windows 7. You can see Windows 7 Professional Service Pack 1, which is exactly what the pen tester is seeing. So the pen tester is able to see whatever what is on the target system. So that's what we're talking about. So let me minimize this. Let this go down, and let me bring up my Kali. Kali, where are you? Okay, so you can see here. Now, if the target system, the system's name changes or anything changes, the pen tester or the attacker is going to say it here by just reaching the command sysinfo is going to reveal things about the target system. So now, step 9, we're going to get the ID of the target system by running get UID. Get UID. So it says that the server username is darkpc/dark. Now you might be asking me, how did I know all these commands that I'm running? So it's simple. Just type help. Help should reveal to us those commands. So you can see them here. Yeah, let me look for the ones I've just run now, if I can see them. Let me look for them. See, yes, GUID or get UID. That's it. See help here, help menu. You can type info. There are many other things you can see here. These are the commands. You just need to see what each of them is doing. That's all. And like I said, whatever command you type here is going straight into the target system. So if you want to shut down, or you want to suspend a process, or you want to reboot a remote system, you can do it from here. Just like what an attacker would do. An attacker can sit down anywhere and shut down your server without you knowing. So what we've done here is we've gained access to the target system from the back door using reverse TCP. The reverse TCP grants us access, so the target doesn't even know that the attacker or the pen tester has entered the system and is able to do something. So whatever you're doing now, the target might not even know what is going on. Okay, so if you want, okay, in step 9P, we are supposed to get system details. Now, this system detail requires escalated privileges. If you don't escalate privileges, you cannot run this command get system. It will throw an error. Now, by escalating privileges, it's like you are a cleaner in the company, and then you now increase your chances of doing what an administrator should do in the company, or an attacker is maybe a bank cashier, and is able to do what an administrator is able to do. So the cashier can only do that by escalating privileges, that is taking up more privileges or more rights that may not have been assigned to him or her. So let's try to see if this will work. So let's type get system. Or it's failed. You can see here that it failed. So brief elevate get system operation failed. This function is not supported on this system. The following was attempted. So see what we attempted, and they all failed because we are just running the commands as users of the system. So we need to take advantage of the privileges available before you can do other things. Now in step 10 is where we can view running processes on the target system by tapping PS. PS is processes. PS. So these are processes that are running on the target system right now. So if you start any process, you can view them right here. You can see here we have process ID, you have PPID, you have name architecture, we have session, user, and path. These are running processes right now on the target system. Okay, I think we've done step 11 where we have typed help. Now something great for us to see. Let me explain this. In step 12, we're going to perform some activities that a pen tester should do or an attacker may want to do. For instance, an attacker can capture the screen of a remote system. You can take just like you take a screenshot of something. You can also capture keystrokes. For instance, I leave my laptop and then you come and sit down on my laptop. I can sit down somewhere and monitor whatever you do. Every key you strike on the keyboard of my computer, whether you are adding or deleting, I can see it from a remote system. That is what an attacker can do. It's a possibility, and the commands are available on Metapreter for you to do that for you. So we're going to take a screenshot of the target system. So let me bring up the target system. Meanwhile, the command is just screenshots. Let me show you the command here. Let's bring up help again. Let me scroll up. I don't know if you can see the screenshot. This is a command. It grabs a screenshot of the interactive desktop. Now, if you do screen share, it will watch the remote computer desktop in real time. Now, the screen share is even more dangerous. So whatever you're doing is watching it as a video. Wherever you go to, wherever you touch, you click, whatever you're doing, it just see viewing it. But screenshot takes a picture of the current screen, and then Keyscan takes a video recording of the movements of your keyboard. Okay, so I'm going to bring up the target system. This is it. This is the target system. I'll keep it somewhere. Let me ignore this first. Respond this. Close this. Let me close this. Yeah, let me now minimize it. Okay, so it's here. This is a target PC. I'm going to take a screenshot. Let me look for where to snap. Let me maybe just go to. Let me see if I have anything in my picture folder. Maybe music. Yes, so here don't have anything. Okay, so I'm going to take a screenshot of this screen right now from the pen tester's machine and see if it's possible. So on the pen tester machine, let me go there, which is currently on my right hand side. So come down here, and then I'm going to do screen shots. Bam! It has taken the picture of this screen. Now this screen is taken now. So let me do screen share if that is possible, and I will just show you how to view one, and then we can move on. So screen share, just type screen share. Oh, okay, it's bringing an error, taking us a page that is okay. Let's not bother ourselves about that. Where are we now? Let's see. Where's the terminal? Okay, okay, stream already. Stream already. But I think so it's going to be playing it on this part. That's what it's saying. It's going to play this capture here. But let me not bother myself with that. Let me just stop this. Uh, let me do Control Z. No. Yes. End the process. Or end the terminal. I'll be sorry. The process. Let me see again. Let me exit here. Let me step back. Now let me exit. Okay, so I have to repeat the Metasploit from what I did before. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, so let it fire up again, and then we're going to view the capture that we did. I'm having this issue because I canceled the process I did before. I mean, the screenshot I was trying to do, just to save time. So we're going to view the screenshot that we took to see if it has been saved for us. So that's why I'm trying to fire up the Metasploit framework again. So the one that we took, that screenshot should be stored so we can view that right away. Do we have any questions somewhere?
Not yet. The one that is available, answer the question.
Okay, so my Metapreter session has started again. So we're going to view what we did, what we just did. I think I have. Let me follow the steps I listed here for us to see. Yeah. So this other ones are to capture screen strokes. You can run them and see. Now I've added notes here. You can actually view the captures. Now there are three ways are provided here. You can use FAIR, you can use VNC, or you can use ImageMagick. I usually prefer ImageMagick because it's easier, and it's easier for you to install without you having issues, without asking for dependencies. So what you need to do is just follow these steps. Just install ImageMagick using sudo apt get install magic. I've installed that. So what you need to do is just do apt get. Okay, it's not going to be on the terminal really. You have to split your screen vertically, or any way you choose, and then do it from either root or as Kali at Kali. So I'm going to do apt get. Okay, it's already here. So just install it. ImageMagick. I've done the installation. So to save time, I'm going to leave that. So once you install that, which is the step 8 that you have here, the next thing is for you to navigate to the path where the screenshot are saved. Okay, how do you know where the screenshot was saved? I mean, the one we just took. Well, I took the screenshot while I was in the Shell GPT folder, that directory. So I guess the image should be saved there. So what I need to do is, I'm just going to navigate them. I'm just going to do CD and then to this part. So it's here. And then I should do ls to list. So the image should be one of these three images. You can see JPEG, 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 JPEG. I already had, I think, 2 or so before I did this capture. So I wouldn't know which one I've just done the capture now, but I'm going to find out which one it is. So that is what we've done here. So then for option C, you can switch user from root to an ordinary user. Root might work, but in some cases that maybe some accounts that might not allow you might not allow root to review. So in that case, you can do sudo su to review. So then indeed just do use display as a command, then you put the name of the file you want to view the image. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do display, because I don't know which image. I guess okay, this one has been there. MMX has been there. So it will be let me try this M, because I think I've done G. Let me do this. So I just copy this, right click and copy selection, then come here, right click and paste clipboard, and then go. Oh, it's correct. So that's the image that was captured. You can see that it's showing you the screen that was taken from the attacker system. So imagine an attacker taking a picture of what you're doing without you knowing, or even recording screen of what you're doing. Okay. Now, as a pen tester, you might be asked to capture screens of what users are doing without them knowing. So a company can hire you and ask you, okay, you want to do a pen test on the system on that very user, and then let's see what the user is using with that system. And so as a pen tester, you can leave your screen share on for a while, and it will just capture everything the user is doing without the user knowing, and then it will report to the manager or whoever hires you to do the job that this is what the user was doing on that system by this time of the day. Okay, because sometimes you might be hired to do some tracking, some reporting on, or to do some secret service for a company. So those are some of the commands you run to get the job done for you. So that's it about step 12, where we've captured screen from Metapita session. Now we're able to come this far because we are leveraging AI, ShareGPT, to do this. ShareGPT from OpenAI, which uses large language model. Large language models are languages that are actually driving a natural language processing domain of the AI community. So right now, we go to step 13, which is where we're going to have to start a Metapita session in the background. So I'm just going to do background. Okay, let me exit this by just typing exit, and then go. So we're back here. So I'm just going to start a session in the background, just background. Yes, it has started. So then in step 14, we're going to split screen vertically, or as you choose, to get to ShareGPT. So we're going to get the most suitable exploit. Let me move this to escalate privileges using ShareGPT. Now remember when we tried to do get system, we couldn't get the details about some things about the system because we were only running as ordinary user, an ordinary user. So you need to escalate privilege so that we can take much more rights or privileges to do the things we want to do on the target system. So I've provided two options and the possible outcomes for those options. Number one is that we're going to use ShareGPT to ask you to give us a suitable exploit for us to gain access to the system, which is ICAST system, ICAST. And then this will be the possible outcome, the output of what we're going to see. And then option two is that we're going to ask you to use exploit suggester to do the same thing. The first one is to use post module. The second one is to use exploit suggester to do the job for us. So, and added the possible outcomes for us. So let's do option two. Just copy this. Let me repeat it. The copy the intake. Let me repeat it. Let's go. Let's go. I'm still highlighting. Okay, so it's done. Just copy. Control V, and then let me split the screen. I can split vertically, doesn't, or horizontally, doesn't really matter. Just come here and then let me change directory to this route, and then right click and paste. Just right click and paste selection. Is there anything I need to modify here? No. So let's go. So let's wait to see the outcome. Okay, so like I added here, the possible outputs, it's going to say use post multi-recon recall, local exploit suggester, and set sessions. So I'm interested in this from use up to this point, which is what is shown here, from here to this point. So that's what I'm interested in. So whichever way, so that means I'll have to abort when this is ready for me. It's not ready. But what I need is I pasted it here, so you can pick it from here. Okay, let me drop it again for you. What did I stop the last time I pasted something for you? So let me pick from 12 to 30 to 25. Let me copy it from here. And then where's Zoom? Let me paste this. Please, admin, take this. So I'm dropping commands. Take it to WhatsApp. Admin, did you hear me? This is too much. Okay, let me start 23. Still too much. What? Is it that much? Okay, let me stop at 19. That's so much. Not able to do much. Okay, let me pick up to 15. Let me get this out and see if it works. No way. What? What? Let's see this. Where did I stop the first time? I stopped at okay, 12. Okay, so let me just break it down. Let me take only 12 first. Yes, 12 will go. So now let me take 13. Let me take 13. From 13 to maybe to 16. To 16. How many question? Question? Okay, let me take the question here. We can, how can I make it untraceable after getting the information I need? We've not got to that point. Okay, you've not got to the point of not being traceable. For now, you can be traced. Ideally, okay, I forgot to have said, but you would have done masking before we started the process. We didn't do masking. Okay, so it's always good for you to use VPN to hide yourself, and also the option of clearing tracks or clearing events will help you to do that. So I've added up to 16 here. Okay, 16 is complaining. This thing is really small. Can't take much. Can't take much. Come on. Admin, please take what I've posted to WhatsApp or wherever so that people can just copy and use, because typing these commands might give them issues. Anything wrong with the commands will lead to some trouble. So they have to take exactly the way I've added. Okay, so do you have more questions? Okay, so persons are in the waiting room. Please, are those things dropping on the WhatsApp? Admin, are they dropping on the WhatsApp? Are they dropping on the WhatsApp? I'm not getting feedbacks. Please be dropping them. Please, if you're asking questions, ask online so that those online can hear. Okay, so let me proceed. So I'm just going to abort that. So What we need to do is, what step were we now? Let's see. Yeah, we're trying to do step 14. Yes, step 14. So, and I said what we need is this. Use post up to suggester. So you don't need the remaining one. Let me just copy. You can copy from here or from the terminal. And then we are working on this. We're here. So what we're going to do is, okay, we have to step back. So let me exit this. Let me exit this. Exit. Is it not going? Okay, yes. So we are here now. So I'm just going to step back. That is what we have in step 15. We step back, and then when I run this exploit using when I use this exploit, we show options, we check sessions available, and then we take note of the session ID. So we're going to do that right away. So what do we do? Back steps back, and then we'll now paste what we copied. Paste clipboard. Yes, use this, and then let's go. This is used. So the next thing is we're going to see options. Yeah, you can see now for when you run options, you need to pay attention to where you have current settings for session. For session, they're supposed to have a session ID here, a number is supposed to show here. We can see that under required, yes, it is required. If you don't have a session ID, you might not be able to proceed. The session to run this module on displays detailed description for the variable exploits that you are looking for. So it's required. So we're going to run sessions to see what sessions we are running with now. Just type sessions. So you can see that the session ID is 1, and the type is Metapreter on the x86 Windows, and the PC is dark PC, and you can see the IP address 192.168.81. Let me expand this if that will be better for us. Let me expand this. Oh, sorry, it's Caleb Rose expand. So, okay, so let me run it again. If it could be better for you to see. Yes, it's better this way. So you can see the ID is 1, Metapreter Windows 6. You can see information on the PC, dark PC. You can see that IP under connection, you see 81.23. 213 is the Kali, that's the apprentice's machine running on port 445. Is connecting. This arrow shows connection. Is connecting to 81.203, which is the target PC, which is dark PC running on port 49161. Okay, so it shows that we have contacts, there's interaction, and the session is 1. Yes, so looking at the script, so what we've done step 15 now. So now the note here is for us to take note of the session ID, which is 1 in that case. Then we'll go to step 16, which is to set the session, and the command is just set session, then we put the session ID, say 1, because it is 1 in our case. So we're just going to do set session space 1, the session ID 1, which is this one here. So just go. So it's taken. You can see that session has been assigned 1. You can show options to see if that is correct. Just show options. So show options. You can see here that under we have session, and then under current setting there is a number here now. So the session has been taken. So we can proceed with our experiment. Any question? Ask question online, please. You want to talk to me in the conclusion. What's the question, please? Send YouTube link to WhatsApp. Let them join. Yes, can drop it. Let them join. Okay, so this training is supposed to stop at about 1, so I know we are getting close to that time, so I will sit out to round up. So okay, so we've done step 15. Everything is step 15. I think we've done step 16. We set the ID, yes, the 1, and then we've done step 17, which is viewing options, and then we're going to escalate privilege at this time. So you can see here that we're going to run an escalate privilege. Okay, so by hitting run. So when you type run and submit, this is escalates privilege and it suggests stronger exploit to dive into the target. So this time around, we are gaining access to the system again with other privileges. So we just type run and then let's see what happens. So it's trying to connect or collect exploits that can help us to do some cool stuff on the target PC. This might take like maybe 3 minutes. Let's go. So just be patient. Let's see what happens. Okay, just waiting for it to collect exploit for us. Okay, 40 exploit checked and tried. The first exploit is the one that help us to view event events that happen on the system. So let's wait to see more. Okay, waiting I think to be done soon. So let's hold on. It's taking some time. Do we have questions to take? No question? The session died. Okay, what happened? And closed. Okay, I'll have to repeat that. Let's see what happened. It took a longer time. So I have to repeat this session. Okay, let me repeat it. Don't know why it failed. Let's start Metasploit Framework console again. Please don't go away. We'll be done soon. Let me say that at the end of the session, I'm going to drop the text file, the scripts that I used for you, so that you can see all the commands listed. Additionally, this recording will be made live, and then there are actually videos that explain everything that I've done, and they are live on YouTube. They're only private, so after now we'll make them public for your consumption. So we'll share the link with you so they can go ahead and watch them. And then when you're not able to catch up, please talk to us in a WhatsApp group so that we can put you through. Yes, I think a new session has started. So let me start a session in the background again. So we are here. Where's the scripts? Let's see where to pick from now, so that it will be easier for us without repeating everything. So we'll pick from 15. We'll just step back, use this exploit, options, session, and stuff like that. So this exploit you're using. So just copy this. Let me step back and then use this exploit, and then options. You can see again session is empty here. So I'm going to do session 1. I'm going to do set session to 1. So I'm going to share options again. So a session has been taken, so that's fine for us. So let's see the next thing for us to do. The next thing is for us to, yeah, we have set session. Yeah, okay, the next thing is to go to step 18, which is just run. So that was where I think that was where we had trouble. Is that correct? So let's run again and see. Let's see what happens. Died again. Oh, okay, it's my network connection. I see. It's a lost network. I see. Okay. I think it's back. Yeah. So the problem was network. So I have to repeat again. Sorry. I lost connection with my network, so it failed. So once the console starts, then we have to repeat what we did here. Just start processing the background, step back, options, use this exploit, set session to 1, and then boom, we run. So please just be patient. Let's see. Okay. Finish. Okay, let's search in the background. So let's go back. Then let's use our new exploit. Then options. Yes. Then the sessions. Then set session to 1. Then options. Okay, that's fine. And then run. If everything works well, we should gain access now with the limited privileges. Okay, let's just hold on. Admin, please, have you shared the link to attendance? Okay. Any pending question? Okay, it's taking so much time. Okay, event viewer, the target appears to be vulnerable. Let's see. Please be patient. Don't go away. Don't go away. She trying to break in. Any updates anywhere? Anyone on link on Zoom, WhatsApp? Is there any on WhatsApp? Okay, still waiting for our system to be broken into. To break a door is not easy. So Carl is trying to break this hard door. I'm sure the door must be very hard. So while waiting for that to finish, let me just explain the scripts because we don't have much time to finish up. So what we're doing right now is what step is that? Step 18 is what we're doing now. We're trying to escalate privilege by using the wrong command. I can see that it's taking time. So it's expected to escalate privilege and then suggest stronger exploits for us to dive into the target PC. So, and then we are supposed to wait while MSF collects local exploits for the target, which is doing now. It actually shown that there are 40 exploits that have been tried and checked. It has only collected one, the first one, which is this bypass US events viewer. It has collected that, so there's supposed to be 40 of them. They're waiting for them to collect others. Now, when all of the collection is done, they were supposed to move straight to step 19, which is where we have to step back by just stepping back. And then when you type back, then you have to copy any of the suggested exploits that fits your motive, depending on what you want to do. For us, we want to clear tracks. We want to cover up what we've done. We want to clear the events that have been locked, the events that have been locked on the system. So in that case, if that is a mission, then this exploit is fine. The first one here, this is going to clear the event or the clear tracks for us. We just copy it, and then, which is an example I posted here, just copy it and type use, then paste it here on MSF, and then hit run, and it will go. Now, in step 21, which is an optional thing, okay, I think it's done. Interrupted by console user. What did I do? It's saying I interrupted the process, but I think we can make do with this command, with this exploits. I don't know what I did. It said I interrupted it. That's strange anyway. I don't know where my mouse pressed, but you will wait for it to finish, and then so let's proceed so that we can save some time. How much time do I have left? Just give me maybe 10 more minutes, and then I'll be done, please. Okay, so that step, what step was that? Step, yes, 18. So just step back here, and then you now run this. If this explorer just been loaded, the first one that I highlighted for us, lucky enough, that's the first one that we need to use. So I'm just going to step back, and then I'm right click and paste clipboard, and then go. So I need to use this exploit. Yes, it has accepted. So in step 21, which is optional, we can migrate from x86 to 64. Now the exploit we are using is for x86, but our target system is 64-bit. So we can use this command to do migration. It is optional. We can leave it for now until it gives us issue before we can come back. So let's leave that. And then in step 22, you need to cover your tracks by clearing the event viewer. That's what I just said. So just type options here, and then set sessions, session ID, 1, then set your port number to something different. So what I'm going to do here is options. Let's see, for option, what do we have here? Session does not have a number. So let's do sessions. So use 1, session 1. So we're going to do set session 1. So we can do options again. Let's see if the session number has been taken. Session ID 1. That's fine. So we're going to set the port number this time around to something different. That's port. That's local port. We just do set local port to 4343, and then let's take place. So you can show options to see it, and then we're going to launch the exploit. This should start a printer session if everything works well. So let's break in, boom, into the target again. Yeah, so it's starting. This is really fast. So it's breaking in now as an elevated user. So it's breaking in. Let's see. So when it is done, then we can run the commands we did before. Fine, it's fine. So we are into the system now as an elevated user. So let's get a user ID, UID. Last command is wrong. UID. So dark PC. Now let's get remember this get system failed because we were not running as elevated user. So now that we've elevated, let's see if it will work. Get system. Bam. Okay, so we are in. Now let's see if we can now let's get user ID again, UID, and see what happens. You can see that the name has changed from dark PC to NT Authority. NT Authority is administrator of the system. So we're going to be running this system, everything now as an administrator. So the next thing is for us to dump ash if we want to. Otherwise, just leave that, and then back here, another option for us to migrate. It means this migration has to be done for us to proceed. But let's see what will happen if we refuse to migrate from 86 to 64. So let's load Kiwi. Step 32. Just load Kiwi. It's loading extension. Okay, it's done. Success. Kiwi is loaded. Kiwi is going to allow us to do some administrative functions. Now there are other things we're going to do here. Like I said, you can get the privileges. You can view all privilege tasks by running get privs. You can see all credentials of users on the target system. You can reboot the target system. You can shut down if you want, and many other things. How do you do that? You can type help to see if what I've said is actually true. When you type help, you see the commands listed here. This is the one we just said now, get system. It attempts to elevate your privilege to that of local system. So that's what we'd have done. Play, it plays a waveform audio file on the target system. So you can play, you can make the target system to begin to play music. Yes, I mean other things that you can do here. Let me see other stuff here. See reboot. So you can reboot the target system, the remote system. You can reboot it. You can shut it down. You shut down the remote computer. You can still token. You can keep process. You can view process on the target system. And then let's see this get privs, what it does for us. Let's see get privs. See it's here, get privs. It attempts to enable all privileges available to the current users, to the current process. So let's get that done. Get privs. Bam, it has elevated privileges for all these processes. So it's crazy. Now let's get credentials now by running create all. Let's see. Creates underscore all. You are retrieving our credentials. Okay, so can we reboot this system now? Let's bring up the target system here and see if we can reboot it. Where is it? It's here. It's here. This is the target system now. So let's see if we can reboot it or shut it down from the remote system, from the pen tester system. Reboot. Let's see. Now we cannot reboot at this time because that is where the migration will become important now. We needed to migrate from 86-bit system to 64-bit because the exploit we're using, like I said, is made of 86, is made for 86-bit system, but our target system is 64-bit. So we need to migrate by running this process. Migrate, and then the process you want to. So you're going to use any process that has the idea of 64 bits. And then we'll now use the name to exploit, to migrate. So let's look for process. Let's do PS. So we have this process is 64. This one is 86. Let's see other ones. This 86. This 64. This 64. Which other one? This 64. So let's use this one, explorer.exe. Explorer.exe. So I'm going to do migrate -n, then explorer.exe. Okay, so it's migrating now. Fine, migration is done. So it means that my exploit will now be running at 64-bit. So if I try to reboot the target system, let me see if that is going to work now. The target system is here now. I want to reboot it from here. So I'll shut it down if I want. Reboot. Let's go. Have you seen what is happening now? So an attacker can actually shut you down or reboot you or do anything. As a pen tester, you can do that to a user. If you don't want the user to continue using the system, you can reboot it. You can shut down or do whatever thing that is possible. So I think at this point, I would like to stop here on this AI for pen test training. And I do hope you've enjoyed every bit of it. If you have any question, please go ahead and ask. And I'm ready to answer your questions. If you have troubles, don't worry. I have made, like I said, I've prepared videos to help you. Let me bring up the videos so you can see them. Let me bring them up. Where is the... Okay, so the videos are here. Now, I'm just going to explain what you can find here that will help you. The first video here gives you the introduction that we did that prepares the environment for you. Part 2, Part 3 and 4, and Part 5, and VTX. Everything on these scripts, everything, all the steps listed on these scripts are explained thoroughly and deeper in the video. So you watch them one by one until you understand what we've done so far. And like I said earlier, for the OpenAI API key, if you cannot buy, you can contact us and then we can get the key for you for your demonstration. Thank you for staying. So admin, please, we can call for questions if there are questions or remarks, so we can close. Okay, admin, please take over. Okay, moderator, can we close the session?
Okay, yes. Since there are no questions from all of our channels, I think we'll say thank you to our handler for doing a good job on the training so far. We appreciate you, and I hope most of us have gotten one or two things, learned one or two things from the session. Please, you can always check the YouTube channel for more videos, then the link to WhatsApp in case of any question you need to ask. Then about the mentorship, please try and get us on WhatsApp and chat with our admins. So I'm going to be handing over to my moderator for announcements concerning the upcoming events in the lab, then the webinars and seminars we are going to be having in the upcoming dates. So you will be well informed about what is happening. This kind of seminars and workshop happen sometimes during the year, like 3 or 4 times. So you are going to be informed very soon from my co-moderator. She's going to take over from me very soon to announce what we do in the lab and also everything that's going to be happening concerning seminars and workshops and trainings just like this. So thank you for staying tuned. It has been a very good experience so far. So I think you can take over.
Yes, thank you very much, everyone. This is proudly brought to you by Africa Center of Excellence, OAUIC Driven Knowledge, OPAC, and Cybersecurity Research Lab. So, the OPAC and Cybersecurity Research Lab are great facilities that is being resided in Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. They are dedicated to advancing cybersecurity knowledge and innovation in Africa. So one of our missions is to train manpower, okay, to investigate and develop effective solutions that is capable of combating emerging cyber threats. Also to protect critical infrastructure and to ensure the security of digital information. We have 2 labs. One is for core members and interns. For core member and interns. Another one is for postgraduate students. Those on their MSc degrees and PhD degrees. So we have labs for this set of people where we conduct a lot of hands-on training, research works, and a lot more. So these research facilities are here for anyone that is willing to use. Maybe you come in form of an intern, or you come in as a core member, or you come in as a postgraduate student, either for your master's or for your PhD. So currently we have a lot of facilities and we have mentors that you can go through. There are resources and there are mentorship. So currently we have students who are at various stages of their work on network security, AI, machine learning, cybersecurity, IoT, and industrial IoT security. We also have students working on cloud security, cyber threat intelligence, cyber hunting, cyber threat hunting and modeling. We have incident response and digital forensics. So, as well as risk assessment and management. So we have a number of students that are working on all these listed areas. So you can feel free to come in, and I'm going to drop a link where you'll be able to have questions concerning any of this if you're interested. So also our main objective is to conduct research in cybersecurity, to develop novel security technologies and tools, just like we've been able to showcase a few for you today. We also have training and education facilities in cybersecurity professional domain. Also, we collaborate with industry partners, collaborate with government agencies and academia. This is interdisciplinary. Doesn't have to do with a particular discipline, you know. So we harness a number of disciplines into this research. So wherever you are coming from, whatever might be your background, have resources and programs ready for you. So also one of our objectives is to foster a culture of cybersecurity awareness and best practices. You know, A lot of people are ignorant of what will land them into trouble. Some people are careless about their online presence and security consciousness. So we create awareness to let people know the best practices when it comes to cybersecurity. So talking about our deliverables, we have a number of them. A vast amount of research, publication, and conference papers. There are novel cybersecurity technologies and solutions. We have trained cybersecurity professionals that can take it on whatever course you are interested in. Also, there's enhanced cybersecurity awareness and education. So all this information will be dropped on the YouTube chat section for us to work with. So our upcoming event is our Hackers Fiesta, and this is coming up between March 24 to March 28, this 2005. So who are our targets? We are looking at ethical hackers, pen testers, security newbies, script kiddies, cybersecurity interns, and mentees. And if you are enthusiastic of cybersecurity, you're also welcome. So please make it a date with us on 24th.
Auntie, since you are muted, I can't hear you online. I can't hear you online. We can't hear you online. We can't hear you online. You can talk through.
Can you hear me now?
It's better now. Please stop echo.
Yes, I was actually talking on certificate of participation for this training. The certificate will be issued by the World Bank African Center of Excellence, or UICT During Knowledge Park. So you have a number of advantage to achieve through this training. One of it is a comprehensive skill set, hands-on experience, industry recognition, there's career for advancement, there's increased earning potential for you if you're able to achieve all this hands-on training. Then there is an enhanced job prospect for you, as well as access to proprietary resources. For instance, we're going to drop the recordings of this training on the group for as many of us that want to go through it. If you have missed any of the sessions, don't worry, just find time to download the recorded version, then you can go through it at your own pace and learn. There is also opportunity for mentorship opportunity. If you have any question concerning the training, you can call in, and there are people, facilitators ready to attend to you. There's going to be ongoing support, so you need to stay ahead in the field. So if you have any question as we are going through the materials sent to you, there's opportunity for you to always ask questions. So for the certificate, you are going to be issued the certificate on the payment of 5,000 naira only. The account number will be dropped. The account number is Cyber Security Research Projects. Account number is we'll drop this. We'll drop it so as to not waste our time. So, as I was saying before, I get to know that those people on YouTube couldn't hear me. We have a number of line-up program for us. One of it is the Hackers Fiesta that is coming up on 24 to 28 March 2005. So who are those we are expecting? Our target starts from the ethical hackers, pen testers, cyber security newbies. If you are new in cyber security, there is always a space for you. Also, we are looking forward to script kiddies, cyber security interns, cyber security mentees, as well as enthusiasts in cyber security. So whether you have prior knowledge about cyber security or not, it's not a case. You can always join us for this program. Suffice to say that the certificate we are issuing to you is widely recognized. You can list it conveniently in your CV. And if you need a reference letter from us, we are ready to give that to you. There's also opportunity for mentorship, and you can also call in and ask for clarification in any of the sessions that you've been given today. Thank you very much, as we look forward to more collaborations with you. Thank you.
So are there feedbacks from participants?
Okay, there's a question from WhatsApp.
Okay, please read it.
Please, how can we prevent hackers from having access to our system?
Come for the training. We have, I think the training in May should be for network defenders. How to prevent attack will be in May. The one in March will be how to attack, how to launch attacks. Then the one in May should be how to prevent attacks. So the person can join us in that training. It's going to be 1 week training of hands-on, full-time hands-on. So the person is welcome. Thank you.
I lost my YouTube. Okay.
Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for staying with us today from 10 o'clock up to this moment. It's about 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time. And I do hope you enjoyed our session. And at this time, the moderator will bring this session to a close so that we can go away. Moderator, please wrap up the session so we can go. Moderator, you're muted. Okay, it's free now.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone, once again. It's been a very good session we had for training today. Please endeavor to join us in the next training, which is our Hackers Fiesta, as my co-moderator rightly said earlier. Please make sure you fill the attendance form, which is very, very important, so we can have the attendance of people that are with us during this training. Please make sure you fill that. Then I'm here with a host of teams, and we are working as a team in the Cyber Security Lab, which is a branch of Oak Park in OAU. So I have Mr. Anthony Etim, I have Miss Azizat Lawa, I have Mrs. Sheyi Balogun, and my co-host has been Mrs. or should I say Professor Joke Oni. And my name is Bamidele Oladipo. You can always send your comments on WhatsApp. Please do your let's continue reaching out to each other on WhatsApp, so we'll continue growing the team. If you have any question bothering your mind, you can always drop it, and our admins are always ready to answer. Make sure you keep it a time with us and watch out for next training, which is going to be in March. Then also check through the YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, and share the link to others, as it might rightly help everybody to develop both your cybersecurity knowledge and your pen testing or your ethical hacking knowledge. Thank you very much once again for riding with us. We hope for our continued partnership. So thank you very much. So next time, I don't know if there's any other comments by my sorry, I forgot to mention our facilitator and our able trainer, which is the person of Dr. Effiong. You've been hearing his voice for like some hours. He has done so well today, so we give kudos to him. Thank you very much, sir. And I don't know if there's any other comments, sir. Okay. See you in March. Stay tuned. Thank you. God bless.
Let's make some comments on Telegram. Sorry, on the Zoom.
On WhatsApp. On Zoom.
No comments.
Okay.
No comments on
Zoom, and people are writing comments.
On Zoom.
Someone said I did not write my name.
Hopefully it's fine.
Call of Shibi Musa, call of FIFA.
Please kindly read.